Now I would like to present a Partner Checker solution. Partner Checker solution helps you to verify your customers or vendors on the whitelist. This verification is a legal requirement since 2020. In this presentation, I will focus on the main solution, a Partner Checker. However, there is also an extension to this solution, which is called Edit Proposal. As you can see, both of those programs are developed in our namespace, SNP namespace. So we are not going to change anything in your standard of your SAP. Edit Proposals helps you to verify payment proposals created by F110 transaction. So if you create a payment proposal, it also could be verified on this whitelist. Our solution Partner Checker, which I'm going to focus on, this is a developed solution to verify your customers, Polish customers and vendors on the whitelist. However, it also can verify European Union customers and vendors if they are VAT active or not in the VIES, which is a European Commission also database. So let's continue with the presentation. My company code, my testing company code is going to be Y001. At the very top, you can see that you can check your connection with external connection is okay. Our solution needs to be connected with our web service. Then you have about the application, which is also important thing that you can check which version do you have. Do you need any updates? Go to the manuals. Then I will show you the manuals. You can just simply go like this. So then we are going to our website, and then you can simply go to the Partner Checker documentation and so on. Going further, you can jump also to Ministry of Finance website. There you can verify your customers and vendors. Okay, so let's take a look. I will go search through the SNP Poland. Yep. Here we go. This is our NIP number. And when I'm going to do this search on the website, I'm going to find out the name of the company, the VAT number, if it's the customer or vendor is VAT active, region, KRS number, address, and the bank's accounts registered in the Ministry of Finance. Also, which is very important, there is an identifier of this search. And let's continue with our solution. Also here, if you go to, there is a date, the day when you are going to verify your customer or vendor on the whitelist. This is the same on the top of our solution, the whitelist date. Then you have the dates, because every search done by our solution is going to be also saved in the system. So I'm going to, on the next screen, I'm going to see all of the January 2020 searches done by any user. If you have a lot of verification to be done, then it's good to create this is as a background, offline processing. Display only bank accounts. So for example, as SNP have a lot of bank accounts, then in your master data you might have only one bank account of your customer vendor. So you would like not to see each account registered on the Ministry of Finance database, but only those that are in your vendor or customer master data. Then you have the whitelist method. So the first one is search. The search is the full information about your company, about your customer or vendor. This is the whole information. This is a search method. However, there is also a check method. Check methods helps you to verify only a combination of the VAT number and the bank account, and then you have the information if it's the bank account is connected to this VAT number. Only this is going to be presented. Later on, you can check from the XML file. For example, if you create an JPK VAT, which is obligatory in Poland to be sent every month, you can also verify your customers and vendors Polish and foreign from the European Union, if they are VAT active or not. So you simply can just double click on this and check any VAT XML file, JPK VAT XML files. And this also could be presented later on. Then you can create simple selection on your vendors, on your vendor or your customers, or you can create a verification manually. What is important for the vendors and customers that you can get your in master data. You may have to be done an assignment to alternative pay, and if you select this option, then we are not going to verify this vendor you are specifying, but the alternative pay data, which is very important for some of our customers. At the end, there is also a possibility to verify VAT numbers manually by number, region, or bank account. This is the same as you have on the Ministry of Finance website. Let's continue with our SNP VAT number. Continue. As you could see, I see all of the verification done in this month, in January. So as in the first thing, everything is just fine, and my company code, you can see that I have done it checked manually by VAT number. There is a 9 bank accounts on the whitelist. If later on I will present the verification of the vendors, so there will be presented some numbers of vendors. Partner name. This VAT number is VAT active. You see all of the information the same as on the website. And here we have the bank accounts. Because there is no customers created like this we are doing this manually verification, so there is no verification of the bank account in the SAP. But let's just take a look on our vendors. Let's create some simple selection, and let's get alternative pay information. Here we go. I'm going to execute this. So as you could see, there is 30 records is going to be verified. However, only externally there is only verification of 20, because maybe something is not correct with master data of my vendors. However, what is very important that the Ministry of Finance might have some limits. So, and this database is going to be, let's say, updated once a day. So if I have done selection for those vendors, so the database is not going to be changed any longer this day. So when I'm doing the same selection once again, so everything is, there will be no verification on external database with the connection to the Ministry of Finance, because all of the information was already retrieved by our solution in your system. So there is no limits is going to be taken under consideration, which is fine. Okay, let's continue. As you could see, some of my vendors had the alternative P activated. So we will take a look on them. For example, this one, 100004, and this is done because my information is, we have done the verification by this 100055. However, the alternative pay created on his master data is going to be 10004. Let's just present that. Here we go. And what we are going to do, there is alternative pay as presented on the previous screen. Perfect. There is also an information here about that. What is the vendor number? What is the name on the whitelist? There could be also information that the service is not the whitelist, is other, because there is no VAT number, and the verification could not be proceeded. Then we have the name of the company, if it's active or not. Also the information, if it's if it's in the system in the whitelist, when we have done the verification by whom, and the information if it's from cash or not. As I said, the Ministry of Finance might have some limits, so, and the database is updated just once a day. So if we are going to do so once a day, then it's going to be retrieved from a memory in your system. Then what we do over here, there is a bank accounts, and the bank account on the whitelist. As you could see, for example, some sample vendor had this bank account. However, there was no bank accounts on the whitelist, and we have the information that the bank account is not registered in the whitelist. And what's important over here also, this ID, which is also could be found on the Ministry of Finance website over here on the bottom. If the master data is in the system, what we could do also, that we can go directly to the master data. Yep, here we have the go to the master data. And if you are saying, okay, it's not supposed to be verified, not to verify, but we supposed not to deal with this vendor, so we can also block him. However, you need an authorization to this transaction. Okay, so we have retrieved all of the bank accounts from the master data, and it was checked if it's on the whitelist or not. For example, the foreign bank account from his master data was not verified because it's not simply on the whitelist, of course. As you could see here, there was some euro bank account which is not going to be verified. Okay, so this is the simple selection and presentation of our main product, which is the Partner Checker, and later on I will please continue with the edit proposal verification, where we can verify the payment proposals. I would also like to present you a possibility that you can verify your customers or vendors in a European Union database. In this case, I found SNP Germany VAT number, and it's going to be a manual verification. In this database, you are not going to retrieve any more data, only the necessary data from the European Union database. Here we go in the Polish, but I can go also to the English. It's DE, Germany, and here we go with number, only the digits. Verify. As you can see, this VAT is valid on the European Union Commission database, and I'm going to do the verification execute manually over here. This is my verification over here done just right now, and as you can see, the service, this is European Union service, and this VAT number is active, so everything is fine. In this database, there is no information about the name of the company code or any more bank account data and so on. This is only necessary for the Polish database. Please continue with our extended solution of the credit proposal. I would like to present our solution edit proposal, which is the extension of the Partner Checker, which is the main solution which helps you to verify your customers or vendors on the whitelist. The edit proposal solution supports you to verify the payment proposals created by the standard method F110 in the SAP. So first of all, I'm going to create a payment proposal standard as it is in the system. The payment proposal is going to be for today. I have also set up some parameters. Then I'm going to create as a standard a proposal payment, start immediately. Proposal is running. So let's go overview. There is some payments already not taken under consideration. However, there is also a lot of documents to be paid to all my vendors. As you can see, there is 4 documents over here. And there is also one probably blocked over here, and here we go. And this is the standard method, so I'm not going to focus on this. So this is the standard payment proposal created. Over here, I have the run date and the identification, which is very needed for the next step. In the next step, I'm going to use the edit proposal, which is the solutions created in our namespace. So it's by standard, we are not going to change anything in our recipe. Over here, I'm going to this transaction. I'm going to set up my company code, paying company code, which is the Y001, run date, and identification. Okay, here you go. Let's check if I'm right. 01, it's supposed to be 01. Okay. So there is a payment data already here. If you like not to verify each invoice, each vendor, each customer, each bank account, you can limit it to the for example, to some payment methods. Every of this selection is the multiple selection possible, and you can also exclude some ranges. So for example, you can set up which payments you would like to verify from which house bank, which bank account ID, or for example, only Polish currency you would like to be verified on the whitelist, for example. You can limit it, for example, to some vendors, some customers, or exclude some vendors or customers. For example, if you have some very close vendors to you and you are very sure that you would like to verify them on the whitelist, you can also exclude them from here. For example, some of our clients asked us that they would like not to verify if the employees they are on the whitelist, and if you have, for example, created an account group for the vendors, which is the employees, you can simply just exclude them. So for now, I will just only check the positions. So I will verify those payments in this payment proposal. So first of all, I will do only the check one for them. And here we have also the whitelist date. Because I'm going to verify this on the whitelist, the database is updated each day. So I'm going to verify this on the whitelist. As you can see, all of those documents presented previously on the payment proposal are here. So, and for example, those bank accounts, as you can see, they are not assigned to these vendors on the whitelist, to their VAT numbers. Over here, you have the whitelist ID number. As you remember, this is the same. ID that you can find on the Ministry of Finance website. Over here, you have the information that those payments supposed to be just blocked. Okay, so that was the first step. If you would like to customize our solution, you can also set up a payment block for those negative verifications on the whitelist. I've also do some customizing for our solution. You can create another payment block in your system, a new one. I have created a new one as Z, which is going to be a payment block due to whitelist. So I will overwrite also the log for this one. And over here, I have the information that the payment block was set up for those items. If we go back to the payment proposal over here, and we go to the proposal, and over here, for example, as you remember, there was 4 payments, and there is nothing right now to be paid. And once again, here we have those documents previously to be paid. Now they are just blocked. Why? Because they were blocked. As I said, I have created a payment block with the letter Z. It was blocked later. The payment block Z means that this is a payment block due to whitelist. Okay, here we go. What is also important that in the standard proposal, you go to exception list, you use the standard report, and over here you see the 99, which is the information that items was blocked later on. It means in this case it was blocked by our solution edit proposal. Thank you.